This is Men of Platinum presents Direct Hit. We're looking back at RCB's win over Gujarat Titans, where we will identify the one player who stood out for his indomitable spirit and unwavering values, just like Platinum. We're in the company of some Platinum men themselves, in Mitch, McClenaghan and Dasgupta. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. At the end of this segment, our experts will pick the Man of Platinum from RCB's win, which helped them climb up from the bottom of the points table. But before that, a rapid-fire review of the game. I'll start with you, Mitch. Why were RCB's Pacers so effective today?
I think they hit the floor running. They hit great lengths. There was a bit of movement for Siraj and Dayal very early. But what they did, they hit the wicket hard. And the wicket had been under covers for a couple of days. And you saw the variability and bounce. The odd one would skid through and then the next one would pop. So it was very difficult for the batsmen to get any kind of continuity in their swing. And they dominated from the outset.
GT 23 for 3, RCB 92 for 1.
Yeah.
Why was there such a drastic difference in the two power plays?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the pitch, as Mitch mentioned, wasn't the easiest one. It was a tricky one, and batting first, it's very difficult because then you're trying to kind of gauge the pace and bounce of the pitch, and by the time you do it, you've already lost 3 wickets, obviously, so you're trying to consolidate. And for RCB, it was a different story altogether. They had to chase down a below-par score against a weakened bowling unit. They saw that opportunity to improve their net run rate. They took it, and it paid off.
Mitch, big on spin, light on pace, and then that impact player sub of Vijay Shankar. Did Gujarat get their tactics wrong?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think they picked the wrong side. I think they needed to bolster their batting at the top with someone aggressive like a Matthew Wade. Playing 3 spinners at Chinnaswamy is always a risk as well. So, again, that's another cross next to the tactics. And then the impact player sub so late in the fixture where it wasn't really going to have an impact. And you saw how difficult it was to face the new ball on that surface and to sub out probably the ability to bring in a Sandeep Warrior who's been very good with the new ball and could have broken that innings open was mind-blowing to me. So, yep, on a lot of fronts, they missed out tactically.
Deep, 64 of 23 balls. How do you rate Faf du Plessis' onslaught today?
Well, it was absolutely brilliant, entertaining. Couldn't get better than that. The kind of shots that he played, and it was unbelievable. 92 runs of the 6 overs. That was pure entertainment. And mind you, it was a tricky pitch. And when both of them were batting, Faf and Virat, it seemed like they were just playing a different game on a different surface.
Mitch, to you, what has changed for Mohammad Siraj and how is he looking so much sharper in recent games?
Yeah, it seems to be a bit more fluency in his run-up. He's hitting the crease. He's holding his shape a little bit longer. And he's always been a threat against right-handers. And I think he's bowled to more right-handers at the top recently, which has given him some confidence. And his pace was up today. The tail was really up, and that was good to see, whether that's confidence in his own game, everything's starting to click, or just the fact that the World Cup squad's been picked now and there's no external pressure and he can just run in and bowl.
Finally to you, Deep. Victory today, but is RCB's middle order still looking a bit fragile?
Well, I won't be too critical with their middle order for this game per se, because obviously they had a very set plan. They had a target to kind of increase their net run rate after that magnificent start. So, yeah, I mean, you could see what they were trying to do, and so I'm not going to be overtly critical with that effort from the middle order.
All right, that does it with Direct Hit. We can already have a mention of a few men of platinum from this contest in RCB's win. But now I throw the question to you, gentlemen. Mitch, Deep, who is your man of platinum for this game?
Yeah, while I'd love to give it to a bowler, I think the surface was very difficult. And I think Faf du Plessis, 64 off 23 balls. Yeah. I think that's deserving of a men of platinum mention. I think he showed a measurable team spirit coming out of the blocks like that, knowing that there was a job that needs to get done and they needed to get their net run rate up to speed so they have a chance in this tournament. And I think he set them up very nicely to make a late charge for the top 4.
But also indicative of a lot of self-belief on
100%.
Such a surface to go at that intent.
100%. I mean, the intent that you mentioned, the self-belief that you mentioned, because it wasn't an easy surface to bat on. It was quite tricky just to come out and bat like that. And mind you, he did not have a good start to the season. He kind of struggled initially, looked rusty, but he persevered and he just moved on. And now, the last few games, is looking the old Faf du Plessis. He's looking in nick, he's looking in rhythm, and also that self-belief. I mean, that helps a lot. And yeah, I mean, it just looks like a different opening pair and opening batter. Faf du Plessis.
Very, very courageous approach to the start of that innings in those conditions, for sure.
And it is that perseverance that is driving RCB and keeping them alive when many had thought their tournament was already over.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's still not over as yet.
It's not over. Hey, they just keep on climbing up the table into 7th now, aren't they?
Yeah, from 10 straight to 7. So that does it for RCB versus GT. Thank you so much, Mitch and Deep, for your thoughts. This was Men of Platinum Presents Direct Hit.